Oh, precious Father, in the name of Jesus, Lord, I thank you for today. Lord, I thank you for today's broadcast. Lord, I thank you for each and every one that is listening to me under the sound of my voice. Lord, I thank you, Father, for today's broadcast. Lord, bless me, give me the right words to say and the people to touch, Father, Lord, because I continue to thank you for growing this brand and growing this platform and continue to bless me as I bless others, Lord. And as I'm blessing others, Lord, continue to raise up somebody, somewhere, to use their power, their ability, and their influence to help me and to help the RH3 Show brand. I give you all the glory, all the honor, and all the praises, because it is in Jesus' name that I pray. Amen. Y'all know what time it is. Let's go get it.
We're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
That's from sin to the saint. As winners we can't live by the picture they paint, because they know that all the inner is taint. So we must live out our lives with a sense of restraint. Which means do I live or we ain't? We are controlled by the flesh with the definitive sway. Without a point of complaint, the beacon
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Rufus. This is your boy Red. To those who have known me since the inception of the RH3 Show, I am the host, as y'all know, of the RH3 Show. Welcome to another great day, another great hour of this great platform. I am so glad to be on here. We got a great show planned for you on today. Got a great show planned for you on today. Today is an Ask Red Letter Hour. So that means about, give or take, 40 full minutes of great questions and advice for you all. And from letters that has been submitted, letters that I have been asked my opinion on, calls from you all, be it if I'm on any, or in any, what you call it, or am I, or in, excuse me, y'all, or if I'm in any, I can't even think of the word, in any groups online, that give advice, they give their opinion to advice that from people who have submitted them. And so that's what I do. And so whether you submit it to me personally, you submit it to my email, or I get it from being a consultant on an advice column or advice page online, I just give it to you real raw and straight to the point during the Ask Rufus Letter segment. And that's what we're going to get done on today. And so guess what, y'all? It is time for the inside scoop. You see, you know what? It is time for the inside scoop with Rufus segment. And I tell y'all about these notifications on my phone. Y'all already know. Come on, y'all. Let's do the intro.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Want the latest news regarding the TV, movies, sports, politics, and music industry? It is time for the Inside Scoop with Red, right here on the RH3 Show.
Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? If I find my way home, yeah.
Alright, it is time for the Inside Scoop with the Rufus segments, and y'all know, as you know, I don't have to tell you, but if you just new to the show, I'm going to tell you anyway. As you know, I am the host, I'm the host of the RH3 Show. As you know, the Inside Scoop with the Rufus segment is where I give you all, my honest, my unscripted opinion on world and entertainment news, all from a Christian male perspective. And It's all from a Christian male perspective. And I give it to you real raw, straight to the point. We have a plethora of news reports during this segment, so don't judge me. Don't judge the news that I give you all. It's just world and entertainment news, secular, gospel, whatever. I have a whole plethora of people listening as well as watching, because I'm on YouTube and I'm on TV. That was faith talk right there. I'm on YouTube or whatever, and people watch me, and I'm on social media, and I do, Facebook Watch, and I do IGTV, and so y'all are on there, and y'all watching me, and so, I do not, just limit myself to a certain group of people, and I want to grow my brand. And don't say, well, you don't supposed to be doing that, No, I just want my realness to show. I want my realness to show, and I want my realness to show, and I want you all to see who I am, uncovered. Hey, I want y'all to see who I am, not nakedly uncovered, but see who I am uncovered, and see who I am, covered but uncovered. See who I am, who the real me is, who the real Rufus is, who the real Red is, or whatever. And so that's who I am. And so I love pop culture. I love, whatever. And I love, speaking on topics that, not every, young adult, teenager, preteen, know about gospel artists. And of course they are, they have, peer people out here that's part of their peers that they listen to rap music, and they know about what NBA, whatever his name is, and they know about Meg the Stallion, and they know about who else, Cardi B. I like Cardi B, and they know about a few others, and so I talk about them. And so, hey, not really talk in God. I just tell about the news, and, just say, hey, this is what your children listening to. And, hey, watch what they doing. One eye open, one eye closed, and make sure that they're on the right path, and try to wean them off from listening. And so, hey, that's what I do. And if I do it, hey, that's what I'm going to tell you. And so, hey, real raw, straight to the point. And that's what I do. Whether you like it or not, I just give it to you. And that's me. Point blank, period. Okay, let's move it. All right. On this week, on today, of the Real Talk not Real Talk, Inside Scoop with Red. I only got a brief news. I'm going to tell y'all about an announcement. It happened so quick. I should have prayed about it, but I think that my prayers have already stood in the gap for me, meaning that I was in an intercessory prayer session a couple of weeks ago, and I was praying about some things, and I was in there for about 2 hours. I think from 6 to 8, 6 to 9, somewhere around there. 6 to 9, I think it was. Was it 6 to 9? I think it was 6 to 9, because it was supposed to be 6 to 10. 6 to 9. And one of my things on my prayer list was expansion of the broadcast and reach platforms or whatever. And so I got an email I don't usually like to tell my days of the week, because the show is, it repeats, and the show airs on other platforms on different days. So you may be listening. This may air on a Thursday live, but other platforms may listen to it on a Tuesday or on a Wednesday or whatever the following week. Y'all may be a bit ahead of us who's live. That's just how way it is, and that's just how programming goes. So it is what it is. But anyway, on Wednesday of this week, today is March the 5th. On yesterday, I received an email, from a business, actually from a consultant of a business, and, asking them, okay, well, we watch your, we saw you on Instagram, we like your content, blah, 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 would you like to be a brand ambassador? And I'm like, wow, I like this. And then I said, okay, well, I like to follow links, and I like to, go one eye open and one eye closed with that. And so I'm like, okay, let me follow these links and see, because the name of the business was kind of shaky. And I'm like, this is a clothing business. Why this name is? Okay, so I looked in and I'm like, okay, I love their clothing. I love their clothing. And you know what? I sent an email back last night, got a response this morning from I want to say CEO, but I don't think it was. There's the office phone, but I'm not going to answer it. I think I am. Hold on a second. I told y'all that every time I get on air, people want to call me or whatever, and whatnot. And so, you know what? It is what it is. Y'all, I'm on my what? Today, second bottle of Snapple apple. It is what it is. I love it. The actual apple. God, I love it. But anyway, I love their clothing. And so, what I'm going to do is put the link on the website, put it on my link tree on Instagram, and also put a picture on Facebook with the link, and y'all can click on it and go shop. It is a Black, culture owned business, a Black owned business, and I love their clothing. When I say I love their clothing, y'all, I love their clothing. And this was the first time I've seen them. And I was going to, go shopping on another one, but I'm glad that they reached out to me. And so, the link is not a long link, but I think it, what is the link? Greenwood, DIST.com, !ref, REF, RH3 show. And I'll put that on put that on my Instagram as well as my Facebook and other platforms or what have you. And so y'all, this Snapple apple good. But anyway, please go check them out. I'm now a brand ambassador with them, and I would love to have you all to check them out. Go get some clothing as well, and I'll put it on the shop. Matter of fact, not only put a link on a page, I'll just go look on the shop, and you will see under the drop down link, I have my RH3 Show brand clothing. Then I also have my Adore You accessories with paparazzi, as well as this branding ambassador that I'm thing that I'm venturing in. And so go check it out, y'all. Go check it out. And use the link again, greenwooddst.com, !ref, RH3 show. All right? Do that for me. Do that. Y'all, I have only one news report after this. I thought I had two, but I'm going to just do this because I really, I might, if they use God's name in vain, I'm going to turn it. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to turn it, which I know they, because they secular comedians. But if I hear, GD this, whatever, turning it off. Of course, and let me be honest. Let me give y'all a disclaimer. Hold on, let me pause because I had to let me clear my throat. Hold on. Okay, y'all. Let me back up all the way to the beginning when I was talking about me reporting world and entertainment news, and me, I want y'all to see me uncover this, that, and the third. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid to where I do or say things that jeopardize my spirit or, that affect my spiritual being. I don't do that. I don't do stuff that makes me, say, or makes me rethink, my faith and my belief or whatever. I don't vex nothing. I don't let nothing mess me up spiritually. I try not to, because we can go into restaurants and hear stuff in there, hear cursing or whatever, and we still be in there, and that messes us up later. But I try not to unintentionally. Intentionally, if I'm sitting here at home and of course I'm watching a movie and they using God's name in vain, I'm done. I cannot stand extreme cursing. I cannot stand it. And I'm going to be real and honest with you. Other stuff I can tolerate, but I cannot stand extreme cursing. All of it is extreme, but I cannot stand, people using MF and D this and B this and GD this and, I cannot deal with it. I can't. And that's me. I don't know about y'all, but as for me, I can't. And I won't. And so, because I have friends and my friends know, and they do find themselves to watch, either how the way they talk and how the way they, control themselves around me. And I respect that. But I try to also, and I do also tell them that, hey, do it, thank you for the respect, but also be real and be you, and I really thank you for being, showing me respect and doing that, this and that, the third. And so I honor you and I respect you for doing that. And so, whatever. And, they respect me for that, because I don't, for the sake of my religion, if they give me an ultimatum or whatever, I'm going to have to choose God. Well, sake of my faith, I'm going to have to choose God. But they don't do that. And they respect me and whatever. And of course, I don't get invited to other, areas and other events or whatever, or the parties they're doing, because they know, oh, Red don't do this, or Rufus don't do this, or Rufus don't do that, or whatever. And they know that, but they still, hey, if I ask what y'all doing today, you having such and such and such, we doing this, but you can come, but we doing this, that, and the third. It's up to you. Hey, look, that's fine. Let me go check. I just want to sit in the atmosphere with my friends or whatever. Oh, hey, that's it. But, yeah. And that led me up to say this, talk about this next report. According to blackstar.com, Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, Jamie Foxx, Martin Lawrence is to headline Netflix first comedy festival. Jamie Foxx, Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, and Martin Lawrence will headline the first ever Netflix comedy festival called Netflix is a Joke Fest. And according to the chief content officer, Ted Sandarandos, he said, it's our honor to transfer LA for 1 week into the funniest place on earth. He said in a press release, but he also said that this festival is a unique celebration of the art of comedy and the role it plays in reflecting our lives and defining culture. And that sounds great. It sounds great. And so if you into it, keep an eye on that. All right, keep an eye on that. That's my portion of the Inside Scoop with Rufus segment. Here is Nina Taylor with This Week in Gospel News. Then I'll be back with more of the RH3 show with the Real Talk with Rufus segment. And in that segment, we have the Ask Rufus Letters. All right, be back with more of the RSU Show. Nina, you're here, and I thank you for being back, and we still praying for you and your family. All right, take it away, Nina.
Hello, everyone. I'm Nina Taylor, and here is your gospel news. Gospel singer, choir director, songwriter Ricky Dillard was born and raised in Chicago, where he inherited a love for gospel music from his mother and grandmother. Dillard soon began directing the youth choir at his church, starting at the age of 5, and later on the young adult choirs. It was around this time that Dillard came across 2 specific recordings that inspired him to pursue gospel singing even more. James Cleveland and Aretha Franklin's Amazing Grace with the Southern California Community Choir. Shortly thereafter, Dillard began drawing inspiration from other gospel performers as well, including Dr. Charles G. Hayes, Marvin Yancey, Thomas Whitfield, and the Tribal Mass Choir. Dillard continued to direct choirs locally and was a member of the Thompson Community Singers. In the early 90s, Dillard started issuing solo albums supported by his New Generation Ensemble, later shortened to New G, that often merged gospel with dance music. These releases included 1991's Grammy-nominated Promise, 1993's A Holy Ghost Takeover, 1995 Hallelujah, and 1996 Worked It Out. The 2000 No Limit. Dillard's albums regularly peaked within the top 10 of Billboard's gospel charts. Keep Living 2004 and Amazing 2014, the latter of which was also nominated for a Grammy. This project managed to make an impact on the Billboard Top 200 as well. Years later, Ricky Dillard and New G delivered 10, which became their second consecutive gospel #1. A Chicago-based gospel youth choir, Joshua's Troop, blend contemporary urban R&B and soul sounds with traditional gospel styles. Founded by Pastor Clay Evans and his successor of the Fellowship Methodist Baptist Church of Chicago, Pastor Charles Jenkins. The aim of the choir was to focus on their younger teenage churchgoers. Eventually, they took on the name of Joshua's Troop. They released a self-titled debut album in 2000. A second album, Project Youth, followed in 2004. By 2007, the group was under the direction of the brothers Percy and Jarrell Gray, both from the gospel group New Direction. The third Joshua's Troop album, JT3, arrived a year later, followed by, in 2010, Troop Nation. This just in from Pasadena, California, the 51st annual NAACP Image Awards was created to celebrate the accomplishments of people of color in the entertainment industry. This year, it was hosted by actor Anthony Anderson. They gave out special awards to Congressman John Lewis, the Chairman's Award. Rihanna Fenty won the President's Award, and General Charles E. McGee picked up NAACP's Key of Life Award. Here's a partial list of this year's winners. For Entertainer of the Year, the award went to Lizzo. Outstanding Motion Picture, Just Mercy. Outstanding Actor in a Motion Picture, Michael B. Jordan for Just Mercy. Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Motion Picture, Jamie Foxx, Just Mercy. Outstanding Actress in a Motion Picture, Lupita Nyong'o for the movie Us. Outstanding Breakthrough Performance in a Motion Picture, Marsai Martin for Little. Outstanding Ensemble Cast in a Motion Picture went to the film Just Mercy. Outstanding Independent Motion Picture, Dolomite Is My Name. In television, Outstanding Comedy Series went to Blackish. Outstanding Actor and Actress, both for the comedy series Blackish, Anthony Anderson and Tracy Ellis Ross. Outstanding Drama Series, Greenleaf. Outstanding Actor in a Drama Series, Omari Hardwick for Power. Outstanding Actress in a Drama Series, Angela Bassett for 911. Here's your blazing hot praise top 10 gospel songs. Number 10, Travis Green, Won't Let Go. 9, Dietrich Haddon, Open Door Season. 8, Charles Jenkins and Fellowship Chicago with Keep the Faith. 7, Jacqueline Carr, I See Miracles. 6, Kirk Franklin, Just For Me. 5, Jermaine Dolly and Miranda Curtis, Pull Us Through. 4, John P. Key and Zacardi Cortez, I Made It Out. 3, James Fortune and Deborah Carolina with I Am. 2, Zacardi Cortez with You Don't Know. For 2 weeks in a row, Pastor Mike Jr. has our #1 song with Big. Well, that's your Blazing Hot Praise Top 10 Gospel Songs, your partial list of the NAACP Image Award winners in your gospel news. I'm Nina Taylor. Let's get back to more great gospel music on this great station. Hi, it's Nina and my man Red. Stay tuned. More of the RH3 show is coming up next.
Hey, this is Quayla.
This is DJ Nicholas, Gospel Radio Artist from Kingston, Jamaica.
I'm Nina Taylor from the Gospel News.
Well, this is Rock River alongside Red.
You are listening to my boy Red with the RH3 show.
And you're listening to the RH3 show.
And you're listening to the RH3 show.
Boss of boss. Oh, yes.
Keep it locked. Yo.
As I say at the end of each broadcast, know that I love you for real. And always remember to live every day, laugh every moment, and love beyond words. Join the RH3 Show family live, or you can join me on the podcast anytime. For more about me, the broadcast, or the podcast platform, you can visit my website at therh3show.com.
Darkness, they came with a switch, so we don't walk like we used to, talk like we used to. Call us for honor, and he'll do it for you too. Yeah. We gotta praise him now, praise him 'cause they call it the switch. Go ahead.
Want to connect with me and go beyond the broadcast? Do so by following me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at The RH3 Show. You can also watch us on YouTube, youtube.com/I Rep a Savior. That's youtube.com/I REPASAVIOR. Follow me on social media. Hi, it's the RH3 Show. Connect.
The RH3 Show every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 p to 7 p Eastern. For more about the broadcast, please visit therh3show.com.
We've been given a new life. We're living into Christ, and our sins are gone. Thank God that he the need to make us.
Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get my show into all the apps that people like to listen to? And how do I make money from my podcast? The answer to every one of these questions is so very easy and simple. It is Anchor, y'all. It's Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it is 100% and ridiculously easy to use. Most of all, it is free. And now, y'all, Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now by reading this ad here. I use Anchor for my radio broadcast as another branch to advertise and promote my episodes of my show that stems right from YouTube. And what I like about Anchor is that it distributes all to many platforms, as well as it has an in-depth statistics to where you can see how your podcast is doing. That's cool, right? I love it. So if you always wanted to start your podcast and make money doing it, please go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters who are already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. My name is Red, and I'm the host of the RH3 Show. I cannot wait to hear your podcast.
What I just told you, that's how I felt. That's how I felt. If I wanted to say that, I would have wrote it.
You implied that.
I said what I said. You don't like it, you don't like it.
Need an advice? Got a question for me? Or you just need some help solving a problem? It is the Ask Red Letter segment right here on the RH3 Show. And that's all right, y'all. For more behind the scenes moment or to follow me on social media, visit my social media, visit me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at the RH3 Show. You can watch me, like I said in the beginning, on YouTube, youtube.com/I Rep a Savior. That's youtube.com/I REPASAVIOR. And follow me there. You can also go behind the scenes to give more of my life that you don't see on social media or on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, on my vlogging channel. That's Life as I Know It, youtube.com/inside Mr. RH3. And that's where I give you my life as I know it. And thank you, Nina, for this week in gospel news. I really do appreciate that. We all really do appreciate that. And we thank you so very, very, very much. And, y'all, like we said from the beginning, it is time for the Ask Red Letter. Got a problem? Need my help? Or you just got a question that you need me to solve? It is the Ask Red, or you need me to answer. It is the Ask Red Letter segment right here on the RH3 Show. If you have any questions, or if you would like for me to give you any advice on any questions that you may have, by all means, feel free to email me at askrh3@gmail.com. I know y'all saying, what is he doing? If y'all hear me doing this, that, and the third, because we ain't been adding background music on to the, well, not we, I haven't been adding background music onto the broadcast for the last couple of shows. Why? It's because I have been getting here pretty late, almost to the point of right a couple minutes or, whatever before the show start, not prepping. And so that is where I have to prep. And so, yeah, but anyway, what I was doing, now I'm out of breath. I'm still trying to get my breathing down packed. I had that real bad virus a week or so ago. But, yeah. What was I saying? I was plugging up my phone, and so, cause I had received it, see the notification that, that I was down to 5%. And so, yeah. But anyway, it is time for the Ask Rufus Letter segment. And this is where, again, like I said, I give you my honest, my unscripted opinion on letters from you guys, be it if you send it to me in the email, askrh3@gmail.com. You talk to me personally, and I, personally ask you, could I discuss this on air and, not mention your name or whatever. Or you send me, and of course the email, or you text me, or you inbox me on my social media pages, or I get it from, or if I get it, from groups that I'm a part of, that advice groups. And so, all these today, excuse me, are from advice groups. And so I'm about to get that to you right now. Nah. And these are all brand new letters. This one, I was ready to jump into it. Y'all, I gave my advice online, but before they saw it, I deleted it. Why? It's because this was so good. And plus, I wanted to use it as a promotional tool. And I'm like, you know what? This letter is so good. I want to give my advice on air to actually explain it. So I went ahead and deleted my paragraph, or it could have been a book that I wrote. And so here goes. It's from my friend Tamika, one of my Car Chronicles movement family members. And so here goes. She didn't submit it. She got it online. She got it from social media as well. And so here the letter reads. I think I kind of seen this from somewhere, but anyway. It reads, my husband, baby mother, threw a birthday party for their 10-year-old daughter yesterday. The baby mother told my husband that I was not invited, so my husband did not go. Now my husband's family, mostly unmarried women, are bashing him for his decision to stand with me, and they are accusing him of being a bad father. His own mother said that I should have been understanding and not become upset if he had gone to the party without me. The baby mother and I have no bad blood. We have never been disrespectful to one another, have not had any argument or any dispute. But she told my husband that I was not welcome to the party because of my attitude. By the way, his daughter loves me, and I'm known for being very kind and direct. Is my husband right for not attending? Is my husband right for standing with me, or should he have left me behind to attend his daughter's party to satisfy the family he came from? Listen, I love to eat letters up like this. Why? Is because it covers a whole different avenues in different areas that you all are not thinking of. Okay, for one, goodness, she stated that my main key points in this thing was the first. The baby mama told my husband that I was not invited, so my husband did not go. Okay, he did not go on nobody's account but his own moral account. So it did not have nothing to do with you from the beginning. It did, but you didn't tell him he couldn't go. You didn't tell him he couldn't go. That's the thing. You did not tell him that he couldn't go. Okay. What's the next few key points? The unmarried women are bashing him. Okay, I get that. Then also you said that the baby mother, well, no, back up. His own mother said that I should have been understanding, not become upset if he had gone to the party without me. That's another key. The baby mom and I have no bad blood. We have never been disrespectful to one another, and have not had any have not had an argument or any dispute. She told my husband that I was not welcome to the party because of my attitude. By the way, you know, his daughter loves me, and I'm known for being kind and direct. Maybe you are cool with the baby mother and the child, but there could be tension with other family. You know what? I'm getting all over it. I'm getting ahead of myself. And I think that's the last few key points. Okay, go back up. My advice to this letter is, your husband went because you was not invited. Your husband did not go because you was not invited, not because you didn't tell him to. So, my first thing should have been was when the baby mother, said that you was not invited, you as a grown woman, seeing that the kind of caliber that your husband had, not going because of you, oh, that's a good man, first of all, that you have, because he's living by his house rules. Nobody would have known that in his mind that he didn't go because you wasn't invited. What you should have done as his wife and as his woman and as the child's stepmother is say, honey, this may cause a tension between you and your daughter. I'll be okay. We can do our own thing here at the house, and invite some of her friends. And I'm not going to be selfish. We can invite her mother and maybe the child's grandmother. That's it from that side of the family. And that's it. I'm not going to be that type of person. You go on. I don't want to cause no tension between me and my stepdaughter or my daughter, whatever you call her. And I don't want to cause no tension between you and your child's mother. That's the first thing. Second thing that I noticed, mostly unmarried women are bashing him because they don't know the structure of a married household. That's all I'm going to say. They don't know the structure of a married household. And of course they're going to be bashing him. He did the right thing, but deep down inside, not me being your husband, if we would have had a talk between you and I, deep down inside, I would have told you, okay, I did the right thing as your husband, as the head of this household, and as your protector by not going because how you were treated. But being that is my daughter, I wish you would have at least had the heart for my daughter in knowing how our relationship was and say, honey, you and your daughter have a great relationship. Me and your daughter have a great relationship. Me and the baby mother are cordial. I don't want to cause no tension. Go ahead and go. I know nothing is going to happen. Go ahead. I give you it okay. Point blank, period. Next thing. Only wise person in this question, in my opinion, is this man's mother. Why? His own mother said that I should have been understanding and not become upset if he had gone to the party without me. You shouldn't have. Because she raised a good man, as I can see, because she know that her husband, I bet she knew that what her son was going to do. Because he took care of his household. And what he did, I'm not blaming him. He should have done that. But your response, this whole letter is okay to me. The way his action was okay. And the way the baby mother's actions was okay. The result in the bad part in this is how you handled it. Now the daughter going to be thinking like, man, my daddy didn't come to my birthday party. And I don't know if y'all didn't throw no party, that's what's going to happen. But if y'all made it up to her, okay, fine. Everything is cool, copacetic. But still, you have a tension now between the baby mama and you. Okay? Move on. Let's move on to the baby mama and I have no bad blood. We have never been disrespectful to one another. Have not had any argument or disrespect, but she told my husband that I was not welcome to the party. Maybe she could have been saving you from somebody who wanted to jump on you at that party from her sister. You got that sister. I know ladies who listening to me, you probably have had somebody who don't like your ex, or one of your girlfriends or one of your sisters who don't like your ex, or don't like your husband or whatever, or whoever. Or if you have, children by a man and you don't like his wife or whatever, and your girlfriends don't like his wife. And when I see that blank, I'm going to look, we living in 2020 now. I got friends that, that's like that. But, maybe she probably heard things and know that, like she said, because of your attitude, y'all might have be good, but the people who she hang with might not be good with you. And so that's probably why, she wanted to keep you from that party. And it shouldn't have been no problem. It shouldn't have been any problem. It shouldn't have. And so, to close down this question, you ask, is my husband right for standing with me, or should he have left me behind to attend his daughter's party to satisfy the family that he came from? It's not really satisfying the family that he came from. It's not all about that. It's about satisfying his daughter, satisfying whether y'all had a party or not. It's not all about the baby mother or whatever. It's all about this little girl. And maybe even if y'all did, have something for her, that there, even if she did cry at that party or, felt upset that her father wasn't there, she gonna always remember that. She gonna always remember that. And so my thing is, in the answer to your question, is he right for standing? Yes, he was right with standing with you. There's nothing wrong with that. He was right with standing with you. But, he was right for standing with you. And he was right with standing with you. But your response, because I kind of feel the little bitterness, being that, for one, what the baby mama said to you about, your attitude, I think that's one thing that kept your mouth closed from, okay, well, since she gonna say that, he not going. I bet you there's something that she thought about. I bet you. This whole answer, y'all, took 20 minutes, or at least about 15 minutes. And so let's move on to the next question. Then I'm going to take a break. This next question says, I just got to say, I think I'm reasonably attractive for my age, have a great personality and a heart of gold. A good portion of girls love that about me, but it always comes down to having a child. I'm 30 and find myself chasing 20 to 25-year-olds. And the second I mention my 4-year-old daughter, I get denied or strung along attempts to rope me into friends with benefits. So the question is, am I really just aiming too young? Is there an age range where women will accept a man with a kid? Or am I to believe that it really just comes down to the individual woman and what they value? I'm tired of hearing things like, you should model, followed by, I can't be with someone that has a kid. This mixed signal has become more Oh my goodness. This mixed signal has become more dominant as I continue to date, and it really is bringing me down. Look, dude, you 30 and chasing 20 to 25-year-old, and you got a 4-year-old child. Of course, they too young to be somebody's stepmother. Go age higher, or even wait. They age range higher. You 30, so I think you could probably pull, 35 to 38, or, whatever. Date a little bit higher, or date someone between, your age, 20 to 25. Of course they're gonna say, no, I don't want, nah. No. No, ma'am, no, sir. Be back with more of the RC show. You know what? I'm gonna do this next letter real quick, and then we're gonna take a break. Excuse me. And it reads, I'm 28 and my wife is 25. We got married last year and I lost my job 2 months after our wedding. I lost my job and my wife left me by saying I can't live with a jobless man. After a week, she came back and collected all household items she brought, insulted, and left me. I struggled alone, sleeping on the floor for about 6 months. I survived by asking from my friends for help and prayer. After several months, I ended up receiving a phone call from my former employer. I was fired due to monies coming up missing. They informed me that there was a misunderstanding and they caught an individual who was stealing. And they were reinstating me to the same position, salary, benefits with back pay for the months I've been away. I was so happy that I knelt down and thanked God. They sent me a check for $10,000. Word got back to my wife via mutual friends that I was wrongfully terminated and rehired, and she reached out to me saying that she wants to come back and work our marriage. Should I divorce her as I plan to do, or let her come back? For better or for worse, in sickness and in health. For better or for worse, she broke that, because this was a worse time in your life to where you hit rock bottom and she left you while you was down. No, divorce her and move on with your life. Point blank, period. I'll be back with more of the RH3 show. This was cut and dry. Is you serious? Nah, I needed help and you supposed to be my backbone and supposed to be helping me when I'm down. and wearing, putting on pants, but all putting on the pants of the house, but also knowing your role as a wife. Come on now. She left you. Divorce her and then move on with your life. Because only God got you through this. Only your prayers with God got you through this. I'll be back with more of the RH3 show. That was trifling to her.
Hey, this is Quayla.
This is DJ Nicholas, Gospel Radio Artist from Kingston, Jamaica.
I'm Nina Taylor from the Gospel News.
Well, this is Rock River alongside Red.
You are listening to my boy Red with the RH3 show.
And you're listening to the RH3 show.
And you're listening to the RH3 show.
Boss of boss. Oh, yes.
Keep it locked.
As I say at the end of each broadcast, know that I love you for real. And always remember to live every day, laugh every moment, and love beyond words. Join the RH3 Show family live, or you can join me on the podcast anytime. For more about me, the broadcast, or the podcast platform, you can visit my website at therh3show.com.
Darkness, they came with a switch. We don't walk like we used to, talk like we used to. Call us for honor, and he'll do it for you too. Yeah. I know I gotta praise him now, praise him because they call it the switch. Go ahead.
Want a free subscription to be a part of our live listening audience? Download one of the major podcast platforms: Google Podcasts, Google Play Music, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, and more. And search The RH3 Show and subscribe. You'll get all new content as well as access to previously aired broadcasts to listen to, download, and to share to your contacts. We'd love for you to be a part of our family. Subscribe today.
The RH3 Show. For more about the broadcast, please visit therh3show.com.
We gave it a switch. Our lives were in darkness. They came with a switch. So we don't walk like we used to, talk like we used to. Call us for honor, and he'll do it for you too. Yeah. I know I gotta praise him now, praise him because they call it the switch.
All right, you guys, I am back. Excuse me, I'm back. It is time. We are in this, not time. We're in the middle of the Ask Red Letter segment right here on the RH3 Show, and I've read 3 great letters so far. And if you missed it, listen to me on replay, flagship station. If you want to know about the replay times, go to my website, therh3show.com. If you are on the podcast platforms, Google Play Music, like you heard the promo before that, Google Play Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Radio Public, Anchor.fm, just search the RH3 Show and subscribe. You get all access, free access to archived shows, as well as you can replay, download, or whatever. Subscribe today. Excuse me, today. And let's see here. Here's my next 3 letters, and I'm up out of here. All right, I'm up out of here. And this next letter reads, please keep me anonymous. I made one of the biggest mistakes of my life. I moved over 400 miles away with a guy I've been in a relationship for over 17 years on and off. Y'all, I'm just not reading this. This is my first time reading all these letters except that first one. However, since I started living with him, he hasn't turned into a complete blank. You know, they use the A word. First, he wrecked my car, leaving me with no option but to drive his car. Whenever he gets mad, he takes the car from me and tells me I can't drive it. He has apparently become friends with my child's father and talks to him weekly, if not daily. To add insult, he gets mad when I want to visit my child now who lives with his father. I put myself in this position where I depend on him. Thanks. And your question is, Ladies, 17 years on and off, you're not married, why in the world are you gonna move in with him? 17 years. That should have been the first red flag. He didn't marry you. 17 years on and off. And it has to be, during that on and off, Either you had to have that child during your off season or had to have that child before him. If you had to have the child before him, this is not a child. This is a grown man. So, I told y'all I read into this stuff. I read into it. That's why I like it. You shouldn't have been. You shouldn't have moved in with him because you weren't married to him. On and off, 17 years. Girl, bye. Come on. Next question. This is a long one. And it reads, so I recently started dating my next door neighbor at my new apartment complex, who is 20 years younger and barely out of high school. What? Okay, back up. Okay, so I recently started dating my next door neighbor at my new apartment complex, who is 20 years younger and barely out of high school. She pursued me. I ignored her for a while because she was too young, and that she knows where I live. Fast forward a couple months, and I agreed to go out with her. I figured I could just... What? I figured I could just bang her and move on. Y'all, these are real people. Real people. Don't judge my people. Don't judge my listeners. Do not judge those who ask me or want me to give advice. The problem is she wants an actual relationship and we'll do everything else except have actual sex until I agree to be in a relationship. I like her and everything, but I don't know if I want a relationship with someone that much younger. Also, I'm dating about 4 other women on the side who's closer to my age. My neighbor would be really hurt and upset if she knew, but I'm just not sure how much staying power a relationship with someone that much younger has. Anyway, last night I agreed to be in a relationship with my neighbor, and she's agreed to come over for full-on sex next week when I don't have my kids. The question is how wrong would it be if I had sex with her knowing I would probably break up with her a few weeks later? I figured people break up all the time, and banging an 18-year-old is good notch to have, especially after you hit 30. Boy, you playing with her, first of all. Second of all, you know better. You know better. And the only reason why you doing this because that's free tail. Only reason why you doing that is because free tail. Leave that child alone, and that's exactly what she is, a child, and she's gonna get sprung and whipped or whatever, and then she's gonna be hurt. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. It's okay to date multiple people, but having sex with these people, she does right because she don't want to have sex with nobody without being in a relationship. Of course, I wouldn't approve of that. I wouldn't, even say have sex with, even then wait to marriage. But man, don't do that. By the time I read this letter, you probably had, but I mean, come on. Don't, because it's going to cause too much. She's going to be hurt. Wow. Move on. Move right along. I talked to my boyfriend and told him that I was going to choose who I wanted to be in the delivery room, and he was really upset and said, okay, that's fine, but when it comes to the decisions in the future regarding Ellie, I won't have your back. And women wonder why there are deadbeat fathers out here. No female cares how the man feels. They just want them to pay for things blank how they feel. I told him that I couldn't believe he would even excuse a deadbeat father, and he says I'm not. Then I told him he really hurt me and stopped talking to him for a few hours. He went on to say that he just really wants an intimate moment with him and I do too, but I also want my mom and sister there. Then he says, this is why I don't want another. This process has been hell for me, which I believe he was referring to the emotional roller coaster to all the pain I have been in. He said it wasn't my fault, but it's been still one blank of a process. I understand where he come from. Don't let this man do. I mean, don't. You know, ladies, you all. Of course, that's your body, and you want to know who's watching you give birth. I can understand that. But also, if that is the case, let whoever that he wants to be in, even on the side. If they, you know, if an insecurity issue is the problem, you know, watch. I mean, you know, be careful. Be careful. And so, you know, ladies, y'all got to do a whole lot more in figuring out what the man wants, you know, and his needs, and catering to them. You know, even though when he's a good man, you know, you got to. Y'all, that's all I have for you all for today. Know that I love you for real. I want you to know that. All right? Know that I love you for real. And always remember to live every day, laugh every moment, and to love God, love yourself, and love other people beyond words. For more about me, the RH3 Show brand, the broadcast, whatever I do, please visit my website at therh3show.com to even purchase some things from the new business that I am an ambassador for, Greenwood I think it's abbreviated for distributor, but Greenwood DIST. Please visit therh3show.com and click on shop, or click on the links that is on the page. I'm out of here. I will see you all when I see you all. If y'all watching this, y'all will listen to this on the flagship station. I'll see you all during my regular week every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And to listen live during that time, you can visit my website at therh3show.com. I'm out of here. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.
Party people. See you later. I'm saying bye-bye. Good night. Good night.